What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the all-new Halo Nocks through Double Take Archery, and we're going to compare them up against the old school Nockturnals that have been around for quite some time. Now, the Halo Nocks, they're new to the industry, but the people behind the design are not. They're actually the exact same people who designed the Nockturnals before they sold them over to Faradyne. Now, the non-compete that they had signed has dissolved, and that's why you're seeing the release of the Halo Nock, or the same people making this nock. Now, this is going to be offered through Double Take Archery. You can go on their website. You can pick these up off Amazon. Price wise, they're about the same. I think I picked a 3-pack up for about 32 bucks, which is very much in line with the old school Nockturnals. Now, with the old school Nockturnals, there was a few things that I didn't like about these. The first one being the fit. It never seemed to be on par with a standard nock. There's been numerous reports. It's never happened to me personally, but you can go on any archery forum and look up issues with Nockturnals. And then the second thing that I never really liked about the Nockturnals is the fact that you had to either A, carry a tool, use a pocket knife, or use another arrow, the broadhead, to actually shut this thing off out in the field. You no longer have to worry about any of those issues with the new Halo Nocks. These are, if you look at these compared to a traditional nock, they're very much the same design, or the same shape, I should say. And then the fit is definitely on par with like a standard nock. Now, one thing that I will say in my experience is it is a pretty snug fit. So if you are going to run these, you are going to want to keep an eye on your serving and see if this is going to start chewing it up a little bit. If it is, then you might want to probably stop running them. But one of the nicest things about the Halo Nock is that they're offered in two different types. You can buy it in their standard, which I have here, or you can buy it in a micro nock that's going to fit any arrow smaller than a 5mm. But if you buy their standard one, it's going to come with a bunch of different collars in it. So this one nock will fit a large variety of arrows. So if you're changing arrows throughout the season, you don't have to worry about buying different nocks. Now, this is a toolless nock, so you no longer have to worry about constantly carrying something out in the field to shut these back off. You can see that the nock is off right now, but if I put it on my bowstring and take it off, you can see that it's activated the light. And one thing that's really nice about it is if you're sighting these in your driveway, every time you go and re-nock your arrow, it just shuts it right back off. Now, if you want to permanently shut it off, like I said, it is toolless. You can use a pocket knife if you want, but basically just grab both sides and push it back on the string, and you can see that it has permanently shut it back off. And then if I put it back on and take it back off, you can see that it's relit back up. So definitely a much better design in that regards. And then another thing that I wanted to point out was just the fit. Right, so if you listen real quick, you can hear that audible sound that you normally get with a traditional style nock. You can hear that nice click, knowing that that nock has seated properly. Now, it is, like I said, it is a pretty snug fit, so you will want to keep an eye on your serving to see if it's starting to chew it up. If it is, you probably want to not run these. Maybe go back to a traditional style Nockturnal. And then if this isn't seated properly, then what you could do is you could always add a little bit of extra serving until you do get that nice clean fit. Now, like I said, like this one, it just wants to slide right off. But for this particular bowstring, it's actually the Nockturnal doesn't fit as bad as it has in the past, but still you got to deal with that toolless method. And then another thing that I never really liked about the Nockturnals is if you push too hard on it, then it would light up on you, and then there was really no way to shut this thing off while you were in your tree stand, unless you obviously pulled your arrow out, popped out a pocket knife, and then went and shut it off. The toolless design is in my opinion a much better design versus what Nockturnal's using. Now, one other thing that I want to talk about in regards to the Halo is if you've set your bow up with a standard nock, or your standard arrow with a standard nock, there's the good chance that if you switch over to these, you will need to go and adjust your D-loop just to prevent any type of nock pinch. I run the Easton Axis 5mm in hunting, and I can tell you right now that the fit on my D-loop in this nock is actually pretty tight. I was actually really concerned about nock pinch. Now, what I would also recommend is if you are going to run a lit nock, keep in mind that these do add about 21 grains to the back end of your arrow. If I compare that to a nocturnal, these are about 26, so you are saving a little bit of weight, but it is going to change the point of impact. When I started shooting at 20, 30, you're not going to see any real difference, but as you start stepping out to some of those further yardages, you will start to see some arrow drop, maybe 2-3 inches, depending on your bow setup. So if you're going to run them, my recommendation is to just sight into these and then you'll be good to go. But that's going to be it for this video. Just wanted to give you guys my thoughts on the new Halo Nocks, do a quick comparison to the Nockturnal, and let you guys know what I'll be running as far as a lit nock goes here in 2023. If you guys got any other questions, you know that you can leave me a comment below. You can always reach out to me directly on Instagram. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Your guys' support greatly helps us out, keeps us doing what we're doing. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you on the next one.